This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Newton Lartey Marijata quickly. Na me share also the brand new. Chain Tokrono. Yeah.
Me da se ne akonya odi ama me na ene yenkomo yina no ko nyankopon ya adoma kwese de di anim no hasfolk otu kwan dia baba sports stadium ne Kumasi Asante Kotoko dia baba boani na this season two teams no omo ho atrompa omo ne omo fans nyina players no crash suffer a lot na game we ba ya ne ho sensem doors but kakra bi na me twa in that regard. Yen share Krabia defense, and as for defense, and every defensive pair, you know, yana yataka say yen share goalkeepers, you know, Emma Adiano, you know, a year because of course, our team said there, regardless of how strong that team is. And that's a goalkeeping department, you know, and yes, stronger general or power. So Dan Lad here is a key member of Krabia and backline hodie. Okay, goalkeepers now on a edikan. 3 goalkeepers. And a Kumasi Asante Kotoko I use this particular season, and of course, Frederick Asare, Free Accra Lions, said about joining Krabia as one of the keepers, and Moise Pointe is only foreign goalkeeper or that department. Or Yemunsim, not ye near common. First of all, the goalkeeper never can't actually for one. Say, and a Krabia and Krabonwa or Musu etie. Now, because of Krabonwa, it can start from every angle of the field. It could be set piece, it could be even in possession, not in offensive transition. Or calling Subono. So, which area had there? Buamena, yen checking the Padodua, a walk Karela. As against Kumasi Asante Kotoko, or na really good back or north. Now, Osha 4 players and all boxing for a team of friends say Karela. My problem about your teams, you know, any way of defending, they say sometimes strikers and attackers too pay any all boxing yet. Born a baby, hunu kwanya a befa so beton it na. Baby, I'm a shady, I will say any part 4 pay any all boxing as against 7 players. Of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, but Osha Kwanya born if I so tornata or ball with somebody at Macarela. But you know, we keep saying, sir, every attitude you see on the field, no, a repetitive action. Did you want to shiny movie such now? So you can understand the fact that within this area, Karela Norson, and if 4 pay as against 7 players, so the Fred can one money 8. Yet they got that goal. Now, may catch us a whole narrowly go back in north. A high back to Babayara against nations. So Shakwan Chrono, anyhow, you know, Karela did that ball on two. That goal scorer got that ball and connection by virtue of no man marking activity in the box. And so share some more what should be original. Ono kwan ejigina so hu ni ya me samboa kakra. Asama what in kwan ejigina area ha. Now my problem is Menka say in every defensive setup, it should be man marking. It can be a hybrid. Because zona marking and a man marking. What's your can in our but a good day and who's a crabia a demonstrative on this occasion. So as I'm watching Kwan just as earlier you saw that of Shaibu, of Karela, or Jampe as a lone player, and I can tell you for a fact that Asamoah Watson is patiently waiting. Say, "Boy, no beba, not work connected." But my problem is, so we didn't actually honor our box room say no. Ya na dia de na wo twen. Someone beba see so no clear. Or obeye dia as a set player no. Aye, na utumi at this situation if you but it told be I questions I ebusa say yen players no any omu defensive attribute or more attitude no say na ya na to be person can. Now general it's a big issue. Aha Osha some about Kwana or war TV no so and I say screen so as a lone player standing and it was a moment general na ubenya say Krabia betimi react in a way you know obetimi a defender but ambanesa general I think say me bawo ho na mahia asame na obeboa me wakakra san ma sa to aso afi ba bia madru ye me pese menya same technicians ne be hwa ade ama me keto bi na masa aso ato aso quickly e de akọ menim say o akira me pese o be hwa we ne de ama me quickly na ya to aso de akọ so the whole enkomo ya di eye Krabia defense or how it's down to lack of organization, lack of structure. Goes to be toilet and a idea a how jet a repeating her over and over and over many of the times a repeating her Krabia to be solution to it. But I keep saying say your coaches your training grounds some of these coaches have been doing some massive job at training grounds and say what Gian to say every time be a coach in adwuma or ye ko game num and our game na baswa idea ho be kiro because these players they are not really in sync with how our coaches kiro so I think this is a situation before Krabia ma ne line up appear say oba be face as folk na odi ho dwuma nyina de free. Other than that, so as for Kessben take advantage of such situations, the medical year trono, na crop the edge box room, it will be very, very, very difficult. Remember, Sir Joe, I caught Namasaba because I have a little challenge with her. I said, me try me home a bansa. And this is a moment that naka make sure say every time biano two teams see omunimo na omunimo biano strength and any weaknesses, but the major problem these two teams in this particular season are the fact that general or more actually hon nyina concede lot of goals, and this is a problem yedi ho enkomo. Look, so, Krabia lineup now. It be born out of the fact that central defensive pair, system, apart from the central defensive pair, a lot of roles, so at me assess, and because roles assess now, and the Justice play in the back four as part of the central defensive pairing. It will be so in a back three or no any Ariansu, and of course Ubenya Nuruddin Abdulaziz Amomi and set me watch no Ubenya Kote Emo Abbo Peter Akwamo as a wing back. So these are critical issues. Sakrabi having order 3 points against a class folk on Sunday. So Moshe na Omoye Hojma. I'll be showing you a lot, but Ebrepomuno Minisema Rolion. Se idea Omoye Nema Bakumi Nubia a bedman to me a Rolion. One thing they said. So share how two teams in the tier now. Obia anyone more football fan. Obetimi say or they check two teams. So man to made the best of performance. Has folk this season how much struggle konya good performance. Brekum Golden City. Now I'm back in a Crossport Stadium against Adriana. Manager no Babante Beka said this season the house. Say Omamo money and 100 players and say Huna Mudino or Becca Natural so yen to us on has issues never drew on my enche but not make Krabia and I may highlight it say there were issues via what team Numa yet do who come over and over. But we pass out the two team as econo some of the issues repeating because football principles and a repetitive action. Earlier me highlight it how as I'm watching alone in this particular situation or the ball no etonet me highlight it by virtue of the fact that on kwa and the general obia in front of jet okay eco box room you have about 5 red jerseys, probably 6 our box room. Now organization no way, structure no way. But it told be you might think say, oh, coach in any bench and now when the say coach no gum dia no way, coach Ogum is working tirelessly out training grounds. But to sink in the game from the training grounds to the match day and no dear and you on the field is up to this place. Now the key question is say okay, so by detail, we break it down. You are not individual errors. Or chief, a non-marking activity. Or share mezaka free boy or no okay. Watch this closely. Now Nicholas Men said in the chi. Nicholas Men said, "I sharing just saw the arrow in the pekino." And then this is mezaka free. So 2 players of follow no all Kokwamu and Osaye. Nick should prove me say one started say odi mezaka chi. But a Kwamu boko and Osaye and mezak got first in the air and Sana all connected that bullet. Oh Golden City, na me time we consider. It was a moment that even we number 9 about box room now. I know make attackers in about box room. Yeah, no me very 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 sloppy. But the real context of our discussion and analysis here is the fact that Krabia defender, especially set pieces, yeah, now struggle pa. Now me catch now. We are share our board no so we a zona marking. Zona marking us in the sense that Krabia players protect the goalkeeper Frederick. I'm born a whole band which I say, more party, I should say. So, Oshamunana, this is a zone and I'm protected. And a Diana for the watch. And for one-on-one marking, so a warrior. But regardless, born in your bankwana, inside the box, there's a bit of sloppiness. And be beyond every time, regardless of the angle of that ball. A bankwana who's a bonnet on it. Wait, you mean to me, Van Cassen brave, but the contest is a floated ball and how the defense deals with it. This is dance park. So, me do akọ Doma, me do Babayara, me do akọ Nations, me do akọ Accra. Aha, air dance park. Kwabra usugo no. Every time crossover. Now wait, what some flashes and tails from last season because Okaya Kalawatara ba Akrobia this season, last season, or the header. Eshe Kumasa Sante Kotoko Ewo Golden City Park. So why has the tail been so long from last season? Now we are come kasa problems in the This is Linda Mtangi of Asifuk. Now Osha Linda or no and I would a kind of this particular role in him. So Osha Linda the position or Krobia plays 3 and term. But apart from the movement now, he was the first person in the air out connected. So they don't really mark well. I'm gonna mark it tight and aggressive. And this is 1 2 for 2 no a buy a 2 area how they didn't actually feel it. It's always been happened. And a bassa they give out chances. I'm gonna consider 2 for 2. Nobody got in there. Now Busa say Linda in Tangino sub 7 height. I say oh jump across row. And a first connection to the ball. And Sana Frederick now area had here. Frederick it's all down to the structure, organization, and the principles of defending. Linda is first in the air, got a very good header. Name Frederick, you are near post to there. You could have done something, but or you need to defend this and also. But the context of my point and they say every time Biano floated balls at me Krobia to move on quickly. Counter attack has always been another thing. Krobia Mikasa counter attacker. Teams in the brain or more a weakness about when they keep the ball or whenever they having the ball. So Krobia Kwakosha Lions or lose ball. Krobia ni shape be way fatu trim. I'll be discussing this. This angle no and Baba Piga Eshe go no for Accra Lions. But most parties angle has always been very poor. Onya piano angle be aba pick be not the ball better net. Where I show fatu trim is being considered from a very cheap angles. And I've always been surprised. Now, one say, "Otimi to download Frederick Asari for whatever reason because more sport is not showing enough confidence. Technically, also when you the player no or more confident bano, he's lost a lot of form and confidence recently. And I've told you, she ain't gonna one-on-one situations or mass striker no apiga de bono to you. But that's not the only problem more sport has. My can't go no one so much so. Ne left on the right toe. Angular attack too many power and whenever you go more tighter. Yeah, now it's more spider. He's never been that solid and astute. A basset or protector line. Now forget about the fact that I keep saying, Kote man or check or co attack now mountain. But this angle belongs to the goalkeeper. And it's been happening. Apart from these two, my best I found twice to be upset. Goalkeeping department no major problem or Krobia and son of my back central defenders so talk. So watch Krobia or corner no or it's me and Shabono in a counter and see. Now after that, watch more spot in the angle or the best bono. So this is the diving spot of the goalkeeper. Or John Fifi, yet this ball has a very about 75-degree acute angle. And Bassa, we a goalkeeper, but the power behind that ball no, was sent to me way ball in free box room. But watch the angle once again. Near post. It shouldn't even happen. Near post. It shouldn't even happen. Give the attacker the most difficult of angles. But it means it sees some weakness in you. But let's forget about more sport and Yanka Frederick Wansen because against Adriana Eldroma, one-on-one situations, Frederick Pia Upiekwa. Upieba and Nancy Penny the Bono. I keep talking about the fact that Enriansu one-on-one with Kevin Obeno, not Nkoye as Mintana Nkoye. But Frederick ni piano. Upieba Bayede. Yen forget Frederick Swana and Yansha the other goalkeeper. And who is that? Danlad Ibrahim. Upiekwa against his dreams. Danlad appear. And you upia with certain principles. Now upia principles ain't count what they are there now, Baba. They always come out. But I keep saying, go, you're considering in sequences. Shahawa go, no consider here. This is a perfect balance. Number 6 in Enoch Morrison. Right back in Augustine, Japan. And a right central defender in Henry Ansu. But Shenkrofumi and Santum. Won't say Henry Ansu, you're marking. And now pushy John Entry attack and question me and send him. Said about any 1-on-1. So he left the attacker and originally Pami sent him. So watch them. Now because go you're considering the sequences. Now what I say. So you have about 3 players anywhere area as against 1 striker. Would you want them watch it? Or no one or J combo no or yeah combination and man attacker now. In Ajay then took the ball. So all of a sudden, 3 players and 8 defenders. While they had the ball just ahead of them. Now the boys be. How do they defend this way? Now, Danlad position there is so poor. Because I can't want some Danlad crano and Yema Behano. He totally got out of the shooting lane. Shababi Danlad Akoja were free ponum kra, were free ponum ekra. So all the 3 keepers, Makamo is party, Maka Frederick Asare, and then Maka Danlad, their exit from the goal line is not well articulated every time. You can understand the fact that they bring some level of weakness within their box. And I idea let's move away from the goalkeepers. Now you need defenders in Hong Kong because I'm on a chichirepono. Defenders in the Omo America Sem, Omonima Bebrium organization, ball there. It was like a penalty and a Lions share. Now me breaking it down further. I'm what I say. So where the Rekemenya about a penalty, but Shababia Frederick Ginano, Nashababia born in free by. Frederick is outbalanced or free pole Marco did the other side. Impo, that was the angle. Attack another ball to it. It beat my imagination. Or check by unbalancing his footing. 2, angle no Jinanumpono. Attack and a ball across our channel. But let's talk about the sequences. And this is the first sequence. Born of Fanny and Center, American show Nipami and San Okay area Namacherono. And Nipami and San Safa 2 trim. These are the situations that took Robia. Over Nipami and San or Batamon Yajuma. Medical trunk from me and Sabi. And okay, I also told you the composition of Dami and Sano. This is the 6 DM Noroki Jam now about box in Bama Yajma. You have Sharif and then you have the other central defender. In the midst of them, an attacker and you can tell me nobody can block that ball until say Ebedru say your ball is a penalty. It's always been happening. Some of the times, yeah, now a B2 kakra. Watch Justice play here. Justice has a clear vision of where his marker is. And you can understand the fact that back four also in shape. And Air Classico, I remember Sonya Kopoya Duma Sunday, El Babayara Sports Stadium, a home commander Yedi. So, crop your back for no, Bababia Jumano, El Babia myself, because attack and applique justice blade. Did not applique blade, young Quadim Kakrani and share. Now, blade, the understanding of the guy's movement has to be a premium thing to him. Or moving closer and edging more closer to the box. Now, blade, this is justice blade on a half 10. Or shall attack and no. Now attack and a ball, not keeper, but justice blade here. But be an attention or probably on unqualified bet match. But the way not all clear ball, no, Emma who said Blay had no absolute clue as to where. And you can understand the frustration from the manager, Dr. Gumaja. Coach Bayer or Juma Bayer, we are singing yet. Body drew box in more. Now, how can Justice Blay tell me, say, or born a 9 right and or you're very dominant on the right, but or 9 right and a clear ball, a free an angle I want to me and your ball able to on goal. This is a really very, very bad technique and I can play a apply now. But you know, it happened. By yes, I didn't come up you. Justice Blay Chronano. So your real goalkeeping department, watch Justice Blay here. Every time he's a key member of the back line. So what the man you the attacker need to know the aha, as a same come koso. Bako as a so kasaba attacker by choice. It choose Justice Blay. But Justice Blay will choose there. Watch the pattern and the map now attack and 4 players can be connected. Number Busa say any part of the door say and I sweater box room show TV now catch them say any part of the door say no box room in sweater or just one attacker in the box as against 4. But boy, me catch you say a goer and you one. And then a ball will say see a club will pass or dominate or baffle 4 defenders as against in Suatre. Now in Suatre, Ebema will this tough time now be facing Kotoko has folk not one prepare on your year and me catch and kind of part of a share red jersey. How many of them are working? So 3 as against 6 players. Or they goalkeeper count 3 against 7. Ball no a go. It depends on the part. No, Musano or Mahokeka. So because some baby Kakrabia or Menya go na share. So watch the 2 players. This is a striker or Boko getting closer to the box. He voluntarily picked Justice Blay. 2 Nababe Honomono. Baku defender, Baku attacker. Imagine any pedda. Imagine a sharp contrast. They won Bako and Pesabon better net. Bako Pesabon a net. Watch the two players. Wait, any situation I see over and over. Hasbog the Hamzeba. So defend this way and watch the boy dismantle backline. We repair these minor deficiencies. Anybody you worked and acted as if said, well, so Hasbog I used 4 goalkeepers, 1 more than Club Yard this season. It means 2 teams next year on more trumpa. Seniors in the idea or started season here pa na nations hono has folk about Kumasa first one no attack wait no so emanate me maye attack anya no ankasa no the fair share of critics this season. Now, in Perifo now, Fano, and Sheriff Shuaib, and of course, Kwesin Ketia, 2 goalkeepers in Aba. And the most amusement part of this whole discussion is the fact that 4 keepers in a certain level of weakness, and crowd they to me blame one baby by emptying for them. Now, at any communication level will be also with the back line. Apart from he being so thick, a dropping a kakraba in terms of the movement. Some of the times, and attack a good reach, but only the technique to move the ball out of the box. So, almost say, has born a cost Leventus air tassel of Fomunino. Mekan Frederick Sene in the movement and on balance. Shata Atansano or the can't go post way. A one and attack and defend and not tassel for more, but attack will move faster. Uncle Santana who will go area or Japan in China, you can watch it. Not born or action or say. So attack on not the born at all, and he was not really that fast. He had no pace. He's not that agile. So let's move away from attack, Shuaib and Abeja Bono. Obunyina different problems, variety of issues. Anyway, Shuaib at the end, where so all these goalkeepers are not mouth teaser of their performance over across the length of the season. So but so Kotoko has folk, they have almost like similar problems. Atta or the summer come born about one of the tonnet. 1, me say Atanya agile. 2, he's not really good in reflexes. Based on the first set, ni more do kakra. Now defenders are disappointing there. Now watch me. So these goalkeepers in they've been having their issues, but for half of folk, what the keepers are to chamber for some issues. This defender got back in the air first, but no connection. But if you turn a chair in the box, or more sloppiness attitude be who the all club or who the all fan. Nobody commands anyone. Now I can't be Burkina 98, Burkina goalkeeper no command the back line with me and mess up. But here, what's really happening? At times Sabeka born against Legon Cities. Joseph Polamo assist from the corner spot, as you can see here. Got very well connected right in the box. Now me can't cross this a Kotoko ocean, me can't cross a man can't cross a Shah's box in Timbia. Cross around who you and you are connected. Now another thing is the fact that they always go off. So this is Kessben. Me Justice Blade the natural Kessben and the general on a upon of Kumasa Kotoko. And this game is from the first fixture. 2 players in the general. Lartey had a ball and Shababi Lartey crab on watch the 2 players. But Kevin attention ball also. But upon there, it was waiting patiently to move away from the center back, and a connected ball. I am sure if you are to blink an eye, and your opponent has a very quality movement around the box, except with the fact that he's been very much inconsistent for club on your injuries. Now, Okonoba, the recovery in your lapses, Kakrano Okonoba. But whenever this set piece gets into the area, I am telling you, Hasfolk almost struggle. So Lartey took the ball, wasted a bit of time, and signed upon upon touchable, but Kessben he slept off. That is another thing. But goalkeeping department in Aaron twaso. After set attack on chain, Richmond you con chain, then came in Shuaib Sheriff. Now Sheriff mudi any binio. Sheriff against Bibiari Go Stars. Ball Frankaman Kwasisi. Now you saw the ball no Akoto. Mauli got that goal, got excited. No Akoto no to fans. But these errors Nkrane by no so na a big issue. So has folks so box Mukwala beg home and papa and you can understand the fact that I mistaken got pounced on by Mukwala. Oh yes, swift and he's very much instinctive. There on the person me channel say when anybody a money makes me a frato and he moves very faster than some of the defenders. Now with watch Mukwala once again when he got toe to toe with Kessben, it was a move that or say obi or has vocatio. Any movement, you know, now okay download the movement, now okay Frederick, now okay more sporty. So has vote and so movement whenever they want to exit from a goal line, no, yeah, na a issue pa. Put pressure on these defenders, and you are literally forcing them into errors. Has vocatio for the no. So in the box, floated balls has issues. Watch this. Say I send the ball a corner. Say diagonal angle. They always give you a chance about 80-85%. So the ball. This goal was scored at Nations Abrankase by Richard, and so I probably thought that was seven ball na it went underneath his body and a cut on net. So has folk ball free throw box in where is Mukwala? Where is Peter Aqua? Where is Babaya? Why not who ha? Now the Bakusu team has spoke. This is a free kicks. Keep on it, please forgive me. Has spoke consider a lot from free kicks. Now free kick, you know, and your referee it also means to say has spoke have been committing a lot of errors around this particular zone. Watch it. So area had a Peter Aqua Babaya, Monya Jumanu area here, Umbechamo. Umunya Chamo pa 85%, 90% goal area. Whenever attackers dominate, Cylinder, Ekodia, not just a Koko Tanga pet, no Tanga Niwa. I am telling you, they have always been late into defensive transitions. I'm just showing that to you. But be a goalkeeper and had the ball keep an easy ball because they really demonstrate that level of technique. At times I can't know. Now how many times have you counted here? Say attack and sank a ball, jet ball not tornating. Is it by virtue of power behind the ball or technique to deal with that ball? But some of the times, you know, one no me say about BM. Now me can your role and function is to one blur the vision of the kicker. Two is to give that goalkeeper a defensive wall just even before ball be do on her. And three to make it very difficult for the other ball also be a good vision at goal. But the na who high one na BM na say wash and be a one and attack. Whether he reacted so late, whether lack of time, by being Padu or attack, but area by Maka, so Timmy has a counter and a tunnel. Every team or that has folks a push bro on him. What dear bra, what you would dear brano has spoken to me and Shabon one, dear Canino or Biani fear. It's always been happening. The pressed Linda Mtangi took the ball away from them. And the Hasbrook can pass anyway. So counter 8 to me Hasbrook papa. Hasbrook counter to me or they have only 1-6 this season. And that player is Glido Tanga. So only what they are a Kankwa. So counter attack at the Hasbrook this season regardless of the goalkeeper. Backline John Hornmodiako. You saw that rightfully against different teams. You saw that of Dreams. This is Samates. League on that top on one job but you can watch it. It was 1-on-1 with Kofi Agbesima, but he never had the means to block the passing lane, and you can understand the fact that Atta is a bit frustrated. But Atta, but the key issue here, they say, boom from Sodoma, goalkeepers in the Vrandes and more errors. Counter 8 me as folk, and a floated balls, corners, free kicks, they play high line of defense. Meaning, say, backline on the attack and goalkeeper across them. It is so much direct ball. Defend and intend just one ball counter attack. To me has to focus. 4 different angles. And as to who wins, I know they just a pack so any better. But a idea, the 2 teams in Asia, and then Yamia Demo Saturday Econo. You better other departments, like attacking midfield. And when you're rich, my 2 teams, they have individual personnels, but put them together, and you better share free. And of course, in the final, is it going to be Mukwala or Hamza Isa? Chief, I'm not here, Chief.
Okay. Kwasi Sefa at the message be a very short one. Be no some famao. Now, also saying, Newton should look at the wingers of Accra Hearts of Oak. Sorry, Newton should look at the wingers of Accra Lions and Adriana before comparing to Hearts of Oak. Because of how Kumasi and Kotoko's third choice and first choice goalkeepers concede. Can Hearts of Oak wingers do same, or do they have equal qualities as Accra Lions and Adriana? Because it's a fact we free UK and Abamini what's in Asia.
Media higher na me way na me nhwe obi ahode an wo me hwe obi yare a owo nti yare na has folk no na ma demonstrate as to say Kotoko wa hoden na ana woni no and the boss patronya no ntina na ene me baaye but has yare Kotoko yare de eno na bebo so kakra so coach baby a obi amechia o but as to say omo the weapon de e wo mo aho no but omo yare na be kan.
Okay. All right. Newton Latte Marijata, I don't know.